Hey guys, me again, Orkslayer What Ifs. Where we last left off, let's see, checking. I've been gone for a little bit. I was sick. Had to get over it. Drink of the day is body armor. Continuing off with what Issei had the Chaos Flame. So, where we last left off, Issei had, revived the dog. I forgot its name. I don't think they have actually named the dog yet. So anyways, as I digress. They didn't name the dog. Yeah, they didn't name the dog. And I haven't decided on a name yet. It's just been known as Dog. Issei went out into the woods by himself to actually train a bit to work on his powers, and he learned how to turn some things into weapons. Like he turned his axe he found into a demon axe. Then a dog followed him out into the woods, and he played with it and learned a bit more of the ability, since he has a semi-control over it. Now, to those who have probably figured it out, Issei was able to create somewhat of a demon with the dog. So just by that, his innate power, not even speaking about the power that he can obtain, will be very, very great. Since if you remember what I said, the Chaos Flame created the original demons. And since before now, none of them really have been able to recreate that thing of being able to... being able to create demons. Sure, they may be able to share some of the Chaos Flame with a partner, something like that, and able to turn their bodies into more demon-esque, more like that. But Issei essentially has done is he's created an actual half demon, you could say. Not full blood, half, since it wasn't purely demon. It's like a half demon, half Cerberus dog. But again, I digress. Issei returns home with Dog following him, and that will be the dog's name. Dog. As it follows him home, Issei's just like, things are gonna get complicated soon. He has a gut feeling deep down that life is gonna hit him sometime. That he feels like everything's been going really well. Thanks to Yusaka and them, and after, Yusaka owes Deku her life, essentially, and so does Kyono, since, Yusaka's life is her daughter. She actually talked to Deku about getting him some more formal training and such weapons. Issei thought about it and he said he wanted to try and keep more of a low profile. So he would stick to his personalized training, where he would just do it himself. Yusaka was a bit upset, a bit saddened by that, but she's like, oh, very well. But he's got his mother teaching him a bit more about the pyromancies and more like that. Her knowledge is very limited, but she explains to Issei that the power of the Chaos Flame is only really limited by yourself. Only you can really limit yourself in what you can do with it. Like she said, she explained it before, the Chaos Flame was able to create life out of nothing by the pure will of itself. So in all reality, she has no idea what he will ever be truly capable of. But she feels like he'll be able to do great things. So she explains some more pyromancy. So he's got things like Fireball, Fire Snake, Firestorm, Power Within. I've talked about some of the abilities he has. Flash Sweat, make his fire resistance even better. So I'm going to continue on. We're going to cut ahead to where Issei's 13. And he talks to his mom about, as Issei's mom has actually been working at a little company, and they've actually moved her back to Koho. Kyoho? They live there. Yeah, Koho, I believe. Yeah, I believe that's what's called, Koho. That's where they've actually been moved back to. Issei's mom tried to put more of a fight to not go there since she knows that they have a history there. But the managers and CEOs, all of them, weren't really up with that. They said they need her there and that they were actually going to give her a very big promotion to do it. She thought about it and realized it's probably been long enough. She's thought about it a long while. She decides to give it a shot and see if they've actually they've been forgotten. As Issei returns, as they all return, they get like a goodbye party from Yasaka. Kuno says how she's gonna miss Issei, and Dog joins along for the ride. As Issei's mom's like, essentially, he's yours. You're his master. It's the only way. So that's essentially how it happens. Yeah. So as we follow along with this little story. No. Sorry, I've been listening to a song recently. Yes. As they return to not their exact house. Actually, scratch that. They buy the exact same house they did before. Well, actually, scratch that. Since they don't know if the people in the neighborhood are still the same, they decide to move all the way across the other city from where they were. So that's how it works. As Issei and his mom are getting settled down, she gets them set up almost immediately with a school in the area. He starts going there. That's where he's going to meet some of his friends. I just had to spend like 20 minutes looking up the names of the people because I forgot them. He'll meet the ones like Matsuda, Motohamaru, right? Crap, come here. My phone fell. No. Crap, quit. Shoot. Yes. Yeah, like Murayama and Katase. Then it has Matsuda and Motohama. Matsuda, Motohama, as well as Katase and Murayama. Those are the people who meet. Why did it take me so long to look that up? Where's my book? I need to write down. Yeah, I'll remember it. I got my phone. But anyways, he starts going there, and then he gets to the first day of school. He's like, oh, God. As he's praying, he's like, dear Lord. Wait, I forgot. You guys you killed my species. Ignore that. He's like, as he's like, well, I guess the Chaos Flame is the closest thing to a god I have now. It's like, dear Chaos Flame, please watch over me and make sure no devils, angels, fallen angels, or whatever supernatural stuff wishes to come my way. Please. That's all I ask for. Just no, please. It's like, alright, let's get this on. As he walks into school, he's not confident per se. He's more quiet and reserved to himself. As he sort of try to keep that sort of thing because he doesn't want to accidentally maybe use his powers or unleash an aura, which he's been taught that to by Yusaka and them. As we keep going on with this, he eventually gets to his class, and then the teacher calls him in after he's gotten everything squared away with the principal and whatnot. As he's called in, he gets into the classes. He stands there. He's taller than usual than he is in the anime. Like I'm gonna say, the Chaos Flame sort of boosts his physical abilities, such as height, strength, lungs, all that. That's all improved. As he stands there looking like sort of with blank stare as he looks all around the classroom, it's like, this is Issei Hyodo. He used to live here, didn't you say, Issei? He's like, yeah. Then some personal stuff came up. Had to leave. So he's like, well. Anyways, as that's how he sort of introduces himself. He's blunt and straight to the point. So we cut over to a couple of people who are looking around. It's like, man, he's weird. As you got Matsudo and Motohama, sort of talking. He's like, man, he seems kind of weird, doesn't he? He's like, yeah, but he looks strong. Maybe I can get him to join one of the clubs. He's like, maybe. I don't know. As he's looking at him, he's like, man, why is he... As Matsuda's the bald one, like the jock, then Motohama is the one with glasses. He's like, well, you can already tell the girls are starting to like him, as he points around the room as all the girls are like, oh, he's cute, he's handsome, stuff like that. You got Katase and Murayama. They're like, oh my goodness. And they're like, he's pretty cool. He looks cool. He's like, yeah, he's taller too. As they make note of certain things, like of course everyone does. As they're going through this, Issei just sits down and tries to draw less attention to himself. As he's just sitting there at his desk when eventually, lunchtime rolls around. As he gets approached by Katase and... I'm trying to say the words, but my tongue got tied. Yes. As they start talking with Deku about why he moved back town, stuff like that. As he says off-put, since he wasn't approached like this beforehand when he went to Kyoto, but he sort of has to roll with it. He's like, I can't blow my cover. As he starts talking with him normally, he's like, it's this and that, whole big deal, nothing too much. As he's just sort of fudging his way through the conversation, not trying to give too much information up. And then eventually when they get bored and go talk with some of their girlfriends, you got Matsuda and Murahama come over. I'm just gonna call him Hama or Motohama. Moda. I'm just gonna call him Moda. Moda and Matsuda come over and try to talk with Issei about what they were talking with Murayama and Katase. As he just sort of he's truthful and just like they were just asking questions, he's like, yeah, it's like, so how you doing, and like, are you like looking to join any clubs or anything, like, cause as he's like, Matsuda could hook you up, he's broken a lot of records for the team this year. He's like, yeah, you could probably put in a good word for you. I was like, don't say that, Moda, I gotta like see with everybody. Issei thinks about rejecting this. His mother's like, don't be afraid to make friends. Like, join a club or something. It'll be good for you. As Issei's just like, sure, I'll join it. Sure, why not? We'll give it a shot. He's like, oh, well, that's great. He's like, do you got any physical training or anything? He's like, I've gotten trained quite a bit. Let's just say. So, good enough for me. Excuse me. As they move on with the subject, as they keep going, you eventually get to the end, not the end of the day, but the end of classes. Issei follows Matsuda and Moda. As they go to explain to him, like, sort of the things that they do. As he's like, alright. As he listens, get a whole situation, as he actually tries some of the activities that Matsuda does for his, clubs. As he's listening, he's like, alright. As he tries some of these activities, like sprinting, jumping, weightlifting, stuff like that, Issei takes a shot at them, and then breaks Matsuda's records, as it's just like, what? As Issei's just like, kind of like this. He's like, so, am I on the team? As Matsuda's just like, dude, what the heck? You just broke my records. I trained out. I've trained like months for those. Issei's just like, sorry, man. Just how I am. I break a lot of things. As he takes a sip of water. As Matsuda or Moda is just like, I can't tell if that's something cool to say or something idiotic to say, because he just admits he breaks a lot of things, but he just said he just broke the records. I am confused. He's like, that's either a cool saying or a very dumb one, as it's just like, take your pick. I don't really care. He's like, alright, he's a cool guy in my book now. I got him. He's cool. As Motohama is just like, I'm sorry, Matsuda, you've been replaced. As he just starts laughing after you say that, as Matsuda's like, oh, screw you, as he just like sort of jumps on Motohama. He's like, you two are gonna fight. As Issei sits down, it's just like, Matsuda, it's like, Motohama, wrap your legs around his legs. As he just starts giving pointers. Just like, yep, like that, as he just starts directing them, as he's just like, yep, now grab onto his arm and try to pin it. It's just like, he's on top of me, what am I supposed to do? Alright, get in the mounting position, just like, what? It's just like, Issei just starts laughing, as both of them freak out after that, as Matsuda jumps off him. As he's like, oh man, what is that? He's like, you two don't know anything about martial arts. He just starts laughing and just starts drinking. It's like, no man, how about we get you? And as Issei's just like, you really want to try that? He sets down his water bottle and puts it. He looks dead in the eye of Matsuda. He's just like, no. It's like, good. And he's like, alright. As he cracks his neck, he's like, alright, square up. And he's like, we just said we didn't want to. He's like, you already got my interest picked. We're doing this. So he finishes the rest of his water. He's like, be prepared. As the two of them scream and start running away, he's like, you guys can't run forever. Starts chasing after him. That's where I'm going to be ending this one off at. I know it's a lot shorter, but like I said, I just got over getting sickness. I may still have it a little bit. I'll be over it hopefully by like the end of this weekend, or even hopefully tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoy this. You guys continue to enjoy this, and I hope you guys have a nice day, nice